Well, we want to welcome everybody, especially some of the newer people that are on the Zoom call. I think technology is just so wonderful. Soon I do Zoom calls now with our clients when we get an opportunity. And of course, a lot of people are using this. And it just makes you get a feel like you know the people. In fact, a lot of you people are getting to know each other, and we're excited to have you here. Hopefully the ones that knew about the homework, I know some of you are new on the call this week and may not know anything about it, but what I'm going to start off with is I want to start off, Stacy Vargas volunteered last time we met that she would come back and do a little review of chapter 17. And so, Stace, I'm going to have you unmute, come in, and just talk a little bit about chapter 17 and some of the highlights that you saw in the chapter.
Okay, well, chapter 17, it's, I think I'm in denial. I think I get a lot of sleep when in reality I'm not really getting enough of it. And this chapter basically just proved that point. So anyway, it's pretty straightforward. I focus, for me personally, the latter part of the chapter was what I really needed because it goes through the habits of healthy sleep, which I'm clearly not getting good sleep. So I'm just going to kind of jot down the points that they put in there. And again, this is more me, but maybe it'll relate to some of you. I don't know.
Okay, good.
Can you hear me now okay?
Yes.
Great.
Okay. So the habits of healthy sleep. So I don't know about you, but I am a night owl. I have a really hard time going to sleep, or even just getting in bed. I will stay up to watch that show that I couldn't watch. I will stay up to check my Facebook. Whatever it is that I couldn't do during the day because of how busy I was, I usually do that at night right before I go to bed. And sometimes that will keep me up until 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. It will be, and then when the phone drops on my face and scares me, I know it's time to plug it in and go to sleep. So obviously, all of those things are bad according to Dr. A. The big one, I think, was exactly that, the phone. I use my phone at night, and he suggests that we shouldn't be on our phones probably at least an hour before we plan on going to bed. Mm-hmm. Because he talks about the radiation from the light and just all the different things that causes our brain to stay stimulated and not relax enough to where we can allow our brain to slow down and to go to sleep. So that's a huge one for me. I may have to have my husband help me with this and hide my phone. I'm not really sure, but I know it's not helping my cause for sleep. I also will exercise pretty close to bedtime sometimes because, again, it's the only time I can do it, but exercising within 2 to 3 hours before going to bed is not a good idea, according to him. And in my opinion, it's just good I get it done. But again, you're trading one habit for another habit. You're wanting better sleep and you're wanting to work out, but they're kind of contradicting each other when you're doing it so close to bedtime. So I mentioned this to my mom, I'm going to start walking on my lunches now that it's starting to get nice out. So I've got to kind of just make some changes in that regard, so that I'm not substituting one healthy habit for another, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those were some big ones for me. And my husband keeps calling while I'm trying to talk to you guys. Sorry. Another obvious one for me, and again, this is all me, drinking too close to bedtime. You tell your kids not to do that, but in reality, if you have a really small bladder like me, it's not a good idea to drink your water. You need to try and do that at the beginning of the day because that's something else that'll just keep you up at night. And I know I'm up at least 3 to 4 times a night just using the restroom. So something I'm also trying to get started earlier on my water intake so that I'm not doing it as late into the night. So those were the three main ones for me that I just personally need to work on. And I know everyone probably has their own. And some of you might get to bed at a great time, but maybe you get up super early and I don't know, struggle because you get everything done too soon, and then I don't know. So everyone's going to be different, but those were just my three things that I took away from the chapter, and things I really need to work on, to be honest.
Well, thank you, Stace. Thanks.
Good job.
Did anyone want to chime in on something that she said that kind of pointed fingers at yourself a little bit? Anybody? I'll wait.
How do I talk? I forget.
You're doing good. Just talk.
Oh, you can hear. Oh, I guess I'm not muted. Well, I was thinking about decreasing stimulation. A lot of times I'm at late meetings that, coming home from networking or that type of thing, and that makes it a little harder to unwind.
Yes.
So it's kind of like making those decisions if that's a wise. Although I'll tell you, when I go to sleep, I do sleep 7 hours. I mean, I might get up once in the middle of the night to take a bathroom break, but I'm 72. Give me a break. But, when I go right back to sleep, it doesn't wake me up.
Yeah.
Another thing Dr. A said is have the room dark and cool. I like the cool part.
I know, freezing. we don't use a refrigerator at our house. We just hang a meat in their bedroom.
The other thing too is set a bedtime. I thought that was good. To be specific about your bedtime, and then that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's not like I go to bed at 10 or 1 or what. It's my bedtime is.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think for all of us, it's kind of a pattern here for all of us that it's really getting onto a schedule, getting set routine. Don't stimulate yourself before you go to bed. All these very, very important things. So, okay, well, since we got a lot of videos to kind of go now. Some might think that the videos were just something to give homework, but really,
to give homework.
I don't do that. I really have a plan behind. How many of you, when you've gone out and you've maybe met somebody and you've got brave enough to actually tell them that you're a health coach and that so they correspond a little bit, and you say, hey, if I can have your email address, let me send you something when I get home. And then you get home and you think, oh my gosh, what am I going to send them? What in the world am I going to send them? And I think these videos, I'm not saying a video always is going to be the thing to send or anything like that, but you got to have your arsenal, your tools. You got to know what tools you got. And that's why I said to view these videos, because I think that will let you know, you run into a person that's struggling with kids and things like that. So.
And now that you mentioned struggling with kids, is Christine, you did all your homework, right? She said she did watch all the videos. I just wonder what she thought of the young parents video. Because she's the only one with small children besides Stacy. Is there anybody else with small children on here? Yeah. So I don't know if she can hear us or not, but I wonder what her... are you there?
I was having unmuting problems. Sorry about that.
Okay. What did you think about Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. There was actually a couple of videos with talking about parenting and how they juggle their scheduling. And one of the main things I noticed was they had everything written down, every time, everything precise. Their scheduling was amazing. And they had to do it that way to have time with their kids, time to work out, cook dinner, all those things, take them to school, take them to activities, and they just had to always just know exactly when they had free time for their business. And that's what I noticed with all the videos is their scheduling.
Yeah.
Good. I'm gonna. Can you guys let me know when you could see my screen? Can you see it now? Okay. Right. So I can't exactly see what you see, but I don't know why. Let me. Okay. There we go. Okay. Who wants to?
Okay.
You got it? Can you see it now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, is this on this isn't iShare, right? This is off the webinar, the website?
This is right off the website. For you that are new here, Team Global Webinars, you go there and they have the free to be, and these are all the videos. So, Tony, I'm going to have you come in and tell us about your favorite here.
Let's see. Well, I have a 78-year-old. Can you hear me?
Yes. You're coming.
Okay, I have a 78-year-old client, and he really, really, really took away with the Wallaces.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sent that over to him, and it really hit home with him.
Yeah.
So he really enjoyed that, and it helped him make his decision. So
that is one.
Awesome.
That's one of my favorite ones. I don't know the people that well, but
they might be on the call tonight.
But they are. That is a powerful one, and I really enjoyed going back over it. If you guys are like us, I hit the video. In fact, so you talk. I'm gonna get my paper.
Yeah, if you notice in that video, I think why Jack likes that one of Robert and Joanne is because he's actually in it.
That's not right.
Did you see his head?
Yes.
I'm actually somewhere in the back on the back patio, but
that's
anyway, Jack was very happy that he's famous. Okay.
But what would you say the theme, Tony? What was the theme, in a few words, of the Wallace video?
No matter basically how old you are in this business, they had time.
Yes.
That's what I took away with it. It was time. They had the time. They got to do things, spend time with family, friends, and it didn't matter how old you were, all the way up to their young ages.
Yes.
And you go ahead. I'm sorry, Tony.
No, that's okay. But that's what I took away is you have time.
Yeah. And these videos are so powerful. Yesterday, I was telling my daughter, in fact, today, that I ran into a young gal, and her deal is that her and her husband are really financial tights and stuff, and she's got little ones, and so we got to talk and stuff, and I said, I hear you're struggling. Can I send you something? And she goes, because she knows they know I'm health, because she goes, oh no, not take shade for life. I said, that kind of bothers me a little bit. She goes, it does? I go, yeah. I said, you're prejudging what I do, and you don't even know what I do. She goes, She sat back and go, you're absolutely right. She said, my husband, if you'll send us something, my husband and I will both watch it. So I sent her the
Tinters?
Not Tinters, the one where he cries.
Yeah, not the words.
Gosh, I had it written down. LaBelle. Shane.
Oh, LaBelle's.
LaBelle. Yeah. So somebody else pop in and say which one they. I mean, you probably liked all of them, but which one and what the little phrase.
Yeah.
In the Wallaces, never too late to start this business ever. So anybody else? Somebody chime in.
Well, sometimes I don't just send just one. I'll send maybe the Wallaces because, of course, they're my favorite people, for sure, and because Jack's on it, I want that. But so I want them to see, because who knows who they may know. They may have parents that would be really impacted by that. So I kind of give them a little bit of a range. I mean. So it's not, I try to find one that's close to what their needs are, but I always throw in Joanne and Robert's.
Yeah.
Good.
And who else?
Go ahead.
Miss Carolyn, I really like the Tinters. They, to me, they epitomize what every young family in America strives to be. They're raising their boys together and being a powerful influence on them. And Becca said she wants to raise godly Christian men, and they're both home raising their boys to be that. And I just admire what they're doing and their commitment to their family. And Take Shape for Life is allowing them to do that. So I just love them. I think that it's amazing. And I've been sharing their story and Becca's PowerPoint presentation, and they're just They're great. I just love them. So
You really are great people.
They're great. And for you that were on the leadership call, and a lot of these things, you know, these are habits. The reason I did the videos, so and I wanted you to do the videos, we want you to realize that, you know, you're talking to somebody, and these will come to your mind if you're free, if you know them well enough. You don't have to know them perfect, but if you know them well enough, people, as you talk to them, you'll want to send them. But the tenders last night on the leadership call, which is something that I would really encourage all of you to just do. It's 30 minutes. You can actually do the dishes while you're listening to it because they can't hear anything you do. So, but on the tenders last night were welcomed in as the new fully integrated presidentials. And there's only 10 of those in the whole company. So it's quite a deal. So
one of the things from the call last night with the tinters, they were saying, you got to have fun. If you're not having fun in this business, it's time to tweak it because the whole idea is to have fun. And so, like we are right now. But fun, right, Jack?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So next one.
Look at Rick. He's just ready to jump right in there.
I really loved the Russian couple. I believe their name was Lee and Lana. Yeah. I really loved them because it was a really unique story, and I loved that you know, their parents sacrificed for them to come to the United States, and they didn't want to waste the opportunity, and they were tired of not seeing each other and working so hard. And now they have a little girl, and they were able to both stay home and live the life that they always dreamed of, the American dream, because of Take Shape. And I thought that story was really unique and different. I really liked that video. Yeah.
Yes.
And so with that, we really need to stop and say, you know, what in the heck do we have in our hands? I mean, really, what do we have in our hands? And work it on a consistent basis. And when I mean that, I mean just for whatever rate or pace you want to do it, but be consistent. So, okay. Well, anybody else got one they want to share? I mean, they're all good. They all serve a purpose.
Only 2 to 3 minutes long, so nobody has to feel like it's a drudgery, you know.
I mean, as far as sending it out to somebody, most people will watch 2-3 minutes. You send a 30-minute thing,
it's hard to get them to watch that
fairly quick. So.
Right.
Okay.
And I tell them it's a couple minutes long before I give it to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Is Joanne on there?
Somebody's coming in. Nope. Okay. Well, I want to encourage all of you to review these at time to time. When you're talking to people, let these come to your mind as you go forth. Now, next week, I would like somebody to raise their hand and take a chapter of Dr. A's book. Again, it's only 1 or 2, 3 minutes at the most, and just give us a synopsis. I think Stacy did a wonderful job tonight.
That was really good.
Sleep, and I think a lot of times, especially as you get middle aged like myself, halfway home, well, maybe a little more than half, but anyway, as you get there, you realize that you just don't. Your body can't go on that 4 hour sleep, pop up and get it done.
No.
And we actually did we're in a class Saturday that they said a lot of addictions and stuff are prolific because of lack of sleep. So sleep plays an important part of being one of those healthy habits. So Stacy, thanks. Now, is anyone going to raise their hand, or do I have to pick on somebody?
Oh,
I'm patient.
Are you telling what chapter? Are you saying which chapter?
Nope. You'll have to tell us now, but you're free to choose.
Oh, well, I'll pick a chapter and do it.
Do you know which chapter it is?
Well, you want me to tell you now?
Well, yeah, because we all want to read it to make sure you get it right.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
All right. Well, while she's looking that up, just come back in.
Let me tell you which one it needs to be.
Okay.
It needs to be the chapter 16, which is no. It needs to be the one on motion.
Okay.
Hold on. Maybe, that is it. Chapter 16 is on motion.
So chapter 16. So any of you that want to read ahead, and then we can see just how good that she does. No, but this is all just to help. Now we got about 6 more minutes because I try to keep these to 30 minutes because I don't want to lengthen them out too long. Yeah, let's go to questions first.
Yeah.
Anybody have a burning question that they want to ask? Because we really want this to be fruitful. We want the community, but we want
To
you
help
walk
you.
away. So
Yeah.
and make it a general question, not a personal question, please.
Okay, I have a question.
And who is this?
Carolyn?
Okay, Carolyn,
Hi,
go ahead.
Carolyn.
Okay. I'm going to throw this out to everybody there. And if we were to take Dr. Anderson's book, Habits of Health, and pick out 6 points to have in a 6-week seminar, one lesson a week, what 6 ones would you choose to focus on? Okay.
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 I have one.
That makes sense? If
Yeah.
I were to give a 6 weeks lecture on Dr. A's Habits of Health, as complex as that wonderful book is, to be most impactful on people, what 6 things would you?
Let's see if we can.
Okay. I have one. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle.
Okay.
Okay, which we're talking about specific chapters in the book.
Oh, specific.
If I were to offer someone the book and say we're going to study this book in 6 weeks, what 6 things would I point out?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well,
Well, I'm not going to
one.
be. I'm not. I know the one on triggers. I think that's chapter 3, if I'm guessing. But that'll be a good assignment. I'll come back with everybody as you're looking through your book 16. We'll have a little book report on. But look through the book and say pick out the 6 top ones for yourself, and let's see what we all come back with. Okay.
I would appreciate that because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing.
Okay. Oh, you want us to write an essay for you? No, I'm just kidding.
I need some help in defining. There's so much information. What's
it's hard.
most impactful for someone who does not know about Take Shape for Life and know about the habits of health?
Okay.
How could we impact them to a point where, number one, either they want to be on the program or they just want to improve their health?
Right. And
Is that a good topic?
Absolutely. And so I better top 6. I'm writing myself notes. Because we've actually had people that kind of hem and hawed about the cost and this and that. They can't afford the course material and things like that. We've actually said, well, okay, then buy the book. Because I that's how powerful the book is. Dr. A's book is so powerful that just sitting down and start reading that, within 1 or 2 weeks, people get on the program because it's that powerful. They see themselves in the book, wherever, the sleep, the
yo-yo.
triggers, the yo-yo,
dieting.
all the different things. And so, yeah, we will do that, okay?
I appreciate that. I appreciate your help. Thank you.
Okay. I wrote myself some notes here. I want to remind everybody, for you that tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, same time, most of you should have got an email from Terry or some of you from me. They are doing a Dr. A and Dan Bell are doing a webinar thing 6 to 6:30 tomorrow. Be on that if you can. I'm really excited when they're just excellent teachers. Yeah. They just inspire me. They get me motivated. And then on the 14th, for you that are local, where Dan Bell will be doing the same thing that Dr. A did last month, where they telecast it right into the home. And Sue and I are having a meeting at our house, just like last time. Come about 8:45. They usually kick it off about 9 o'clock. We'll go about an hour and a half. Now, if you're not here, if you're in different places like LA and things like that across the United States, I would say try to put something together for yourself. But also, if you're somewhere, try to bring a friend that may be interested in the program or interested in being in the business. We had a great time last time bringing people into the home.
Having a lean and green.
So if you're local, not only you come, let us know you're coming. Let us know how many, bringing 10 people each. We'll make room. But it's a great opportunity to let them see how much fun we have. I think that was the most powerful thing.
Oh, that's
everybody's
fun.
sitting around.
Another group photo.
Yeah, and just having a great time. So those are things coming. Of course, I'd love to see all of you at a national convention. That's just about 6-7 weeks away. Just going to be a great time. It changes people. National conventions actually, or any big meeting like that, just changes people and really inspires. So I'm going to open it back up for any questions that you have, and
Or comments.
or comments. Maybe somebody want to make a comment.
We appreciate you too for doing this. Thank you.
Well,
Oh,
thank
hi.
you.
Nice to see your
Even though you
face.
assigned us homework and now we got to work for you. This
I
week.
like that. I think that's a good thing to think about. Yeah.
It's such a big book. I need some help.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's good.
how far? You're quite a ways from us, huh, Caroline? You're a couple
Yeah,
hours.
I can't make it that day, Jack.
Okay,
I'd have
well,
to
be sure to get
Couple
somebody
of
working there.
hours.
yeah, a few hours. Yeah, like
2
about
hours up, 2 hours back. You and Diana, no problem for you guys. But make sure you have guests view it. You can send that link also to people. They can watch it in their home. If
Diana said bye and thank
Okay.
you to everyone.
all right, bye.
I got to go too. Thank you.
Bye. Anybody
Okay.
else?
Do your homework, Jack.
Okay, I was gonna sign that to Sue.